I will be showing the hop cluster tests. The hop cluster tests are used in ACL rehab to check if the athlete is ready to return to play. The first hop cluster test is the single leg vertical jump. The athlete will stand on a measuring pad. I do not have a measuring pad. They will go onto the affected leg. They can bend down as far as they want, and then they will jump straight up into the air and land. Once they've landed, they will have their scores recorded in seconds, and then the pad will then determine that into the centimeters height that they jump. The second test in the hop cluster test is the single leg long jump. In this test, the athlete will stand behind a line that is measured. Toes must be behind the line. On the unaffected leg, they will then hop out as far as they can. When they hop out, they have to make sure that they stay stationary. They can't do any forward hops. They can't fall forward. It has to be measured from their heel. For example, it would look like this. The measurement would then be taken from the heel. They would perform this 3 times to get their average measurements. This would then be recorded to their scores. The final test in the hop test cluster is the single leg lateral hop test. In this, the patient will stand on their affected limb and jump back and forth between the 2 tape marks. They are not supposed to land on the tape. If they land on the tape, that is recorded as an error. If 25% of the patient's jumps are errors, then they must redo the test. This will last for a 30-second period. After this 30-second period, all jumps are recorded. For example, it will look like this. The patient will jump back and forth as quickly as possible between the 2, not landing on the tape. Afterwards, all 3 of these tests will be combined into the lower limb symmetry. Once completed, all of these tests will then be performed by the unaffected leg. The scores will be recorded. The 2 sets of scores between the affected and unaffected leg will be then put into the lower limb symmetry index. This will then state if the athlete is ready to return to play. If an athlete is within 90% of their unaffected limb, usually that means that they are close to return to play or they can return to play.